New. Oh, God. Oh God, new set day. It is not new set day as I'm recording this or as you're watching this. It is actually a very, very late new set day, but today we are opening Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Stellar Crown. This is actually a bit of an exciting set for me because I haven't been doing a whole lot of Pokemon stuff recently, so I'm excited to be getting back into it, but I also saw that this set does something that I have been wanting Pokemon to do for a minute now, which is kinda, sorta, not quite, but in a way, close enough, bringing back rainbow rare cards. So if you're not aware, a rainbow rare Pokemon card looks like this. It's your standard full art Pokemon card, except the entire thing is done in this glittery rainbow gradient. When I first got back into the Pokemon TCG in 2021, this was what you were looking for. Alternate arts were not a thing yet, at least not in the current game. So these were what you were looking for every time. I really liked them. I got a little bit tired of them because they started doing a lot of them and people started getting a little bit burnt out. But then they got rid of them with the new Scarlet and Violet stuff, and now I miss them like crazy. So one of the cool things that Stellar Crown is doing is it's kind of bringing back the spirit of a rainbow rare. I'll show you what I mean when we get to it, which we hopefully will. But now, finally, we are opening some Stellar Crown, so let's just go for it. Oh man, it has been a long time since I sat down and filmed any real Pokemon card videos. Foafy this year has been a bit of a mixed bag in terms of what I cover. The main stuff that's done really well on Foafy this year has been Duel Masters and Rubik's Cubes, which is interesting. This channel's definitely taking on more of a collector mindset as opposed to an exclusively Pokemon card mindset. But Pokemon is where this whole thing started, and so it's never going away. We got a Medicham reverse going into a Lantern reverse with our first holo of the day being... Okay, come on. Jeez. Ooh! Alright, we're starting out with a Dash Bun? Okay, we're back. We're starting out with a Dash Bun EX, that little bread dog. I like that. Ooh! Oh, right! They changed the energies. They're really going in with the terrestrialized thing, so now all the energies have this, like, crystal texture on them. That's kind of neat. That would look cool in a holo. But yes, if all goes according to plan, the Foafy channel is going to be back up and running consistently, I hope. We're trying to put out a lot more content than usual because it has just been far too long with not enough cool stuff going on over here. We got a Pansear, Metatite, Clink, ooh, some Steam Siege representation. I associate it with Steam Siege. Turtonator, ooh, oh yeah, Jirachi. We got a lot of like legendary and mythical Pokemon as just, you know, commons and uncommons in this set. There's a Celebi in here I'd really like to get. But we got a Jirachi, that's beautiful. Glass Trumpet. Alright, I own a plastic Flugelhorn, but I've never heard of a glass trumpet. We got a Luminion, we got Drifloon, reverse, now we're getting into it. We got, behind that, oh, I'm so bad at this, I'm so out of practice. Dreadnought reverse, some classic stuff, and Bouffalant holo. Every single Scarlet and Violet pack comes with a holo, at least. It's really nice to be opening some Pokemon cards again. It's been a long time. I've been focusing a lot more on my main channel this year, and some music stuff. I've been working on the, oh, I almost took another card off. Been working on a lot of music stuff this year because I've been doing Matt Pat and Game Theory's Lorify project, and that took up a lot of my time. So Foafy unfortunately had to go a bit on the back burner in 2024, but hopefully as we move into 2025, we're going to be looking at a lot more consistent content, especially moving like outside of Pokemon and into some extra stuff, but there will always be Pokemon. There's always new Pokemon sets coming out, so there's always more content you can make there. We got a how do you read? How do I read? Carnivine reverse. That's a nice art. These little sneaking up on the tree, giving a little hug. I like that. Then we got, ooh, here we go. This is our first hit. Well, first like kind of big-ish hit. We got a Milcery illustration rare. That's beautiful. They're baking cookies and eating candy. It's giving very Valentine's Day. This card is putting the taste of those like chalk Valentine's hearts into my mouth. I don't like those actually, so I'm gonna move on. And then we got an Iron Boulder standard holo. In all honesty, I've had a bit of a weird perspective on Pokemon card stuff this year. When Scarlet and Violet launched, I was so excited. I mean, everyone was really excited, but honestly, as things went on, I just started not feeling it as much. Something about like the lack of the yellow border and the fact that you get holos in every pack, and honestly, this is maybe a controversial one, the fact that there's so much more really high quality art. Something about all that just made me kind of start losing interest. They were also also putting a lot more packs. What am I saying? They were also putting out a lot more sets, it feels like. It feels like this year has been packed with sets. Ooh, look at this Noctowl. That's actually really nice. It's kind of like got some like iridescentness to its wings. I think it's just like how the light is hitting it in the art. That's really beautiful. I don't know, this might be a hot take, but I feel like the amount of really high quality art rare pulls we have in Pokemon these days is kind of spoiling us in not a great way. So when I first got back into the Pokemon TCG, the big pulls were all full arts and rainbow rares. So you had VMAXs, full art Vs, and then rainbow rares. It wasn't until Battle Styles came out that you started having alternate arts again. They hadn't been in the game since the Sun and Moon era. And so everything was kind of just like more or less stock art of the Pokemon with kind of like a full art texture thing. And then when you did get that one crazy alternate art, it blew your mind because suddenly you went from stock CG art to this really detailed illustration. And now basically every pull is a really detailed illustration. Here it is. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. I'll get back to my thought later. This is what I was alluding to at the beginning of the video. This is a Cinderace EX terrestrialized full art. They've been doing these for a while, but with this new set, they have added a rainbow border to the entire card, and the Pokemon themselves are outlined in rainbow. It's not quite the same as the old rainbow rares of the Sword and Shield era, but I will take it. I will absolutely take it. You guys know the full arts are my favorite Pokemon cards. These like basic full arts are my absolute favorite, and so adding the rainbow back into the mix just makes me so happy. I love this. And Cinderace, going back to that Sword and Shield love, I am so excited about this. Ooh, this is like the one I would have wanted too. Oh, that makes me so happy. So yeah, while it's not quite the same, having something back that to me kind of feels like rainbow rares are here again, that's really nice. That actually makes me pretty excited to get back into the modern Pokemon sets. Because to be honest, one of my least favorite things about modern Pokemon sets has honestly been, ooh, look at this little Eevee. It honestly has kind of been these terrestrialized Pokemon. I just don't think they look great. They just kind of look a little gaudy to me and not in a good way. I get that's maybe the point, but I don't know. I just haven't been super into them. There's that Noctowl again, but adding that little rainbow edge to the card really does. Ooh, it really adds like that extra thing for me. But here we go. We got another full art. We got that Dash Bun again, but now in full art EX form. Again, these are my favorite kind of Pokemon cards. You can see this one's not a terrestrialized Pokemon, so it's still got the standard silver border. So you are looking specifically for those Tera Pokemon if you want the rainbow stuff. But hey, this box is going all right so far. But yeah, to continue my thought from before, I don't know if anyone would agree with me on this, but I honestly really preferred when Pokemon cards were a little bit more stock with like full arts and Vs and VMAXs, and then you got the really fancy art every once in a while, because it made it so much more special. When you pulled that one alternate art Tyranitar in the sea of much more standard looking cards and battle styles, it was a moment. And now you get that moment so often that it doesn't even really hit the same way that it used to. It's not about rarity or anything like that. It's just about the variety, I guess, or maybe lack thereof. I'm not sure. Something about it just different for me. Ooh, here we go. We got our first Ace Spec card. This is something going on in the meta right now. Wow, that thing. That is a crazy holographic. It's a disco party. Boom, da boom, da boom, da boom, da boom. That's awesome. Then we got a Meltan reverse. Very similar to a Meltan, I think, that we had in like Pokemon Go. And then a Grimmsnarl holo. Ultimately, right now, I just feel like we're a little bit spoiled for amazing Pokemon art, and that's making the experience of pulling that amazing Pokemon art feel less special and less exciting than it used to. And I think that's one of the reasons I've been getting burnt out. But I also just particularly have different taste than most people. I want the full arts that most people completely ignore or wish they weren't even making anymore. I miss the rainbow rares, which people were hating back when Scarlet and Violet was getting ready to turn over. Ooh, here we go. We got a Mewtwo. That's just a standard uncommon as a Mewtwo. There's probably some really cool reverses that we can get of these. And we got Lacey. I don't know who Lacey is. Goodbye. Yes! Fuck you, Lacey. Forget Lacey. We got Celebi, my favorite Pokemon. We actually got, I say actually, it's just an uncommon. We were bound to get it, but we finally got this little Celebi to add to my Celebi collection. That's awesome. Now if we can just get the reverse. We got a Cradily, reverse Salandit, so not in this pack, with a Rhyperior holo on the back. Nice. Oh God. People always tell me to stop burping on camera, and I will not ever listen to them. I find it funny. I just find it funny. You can fucking deal with it. I'm sorry. But beyond that, I mean, Pokemon's got some exciting stuff coming up, I think. I don't know too much about it, but there's been rumors of some new Team Rocket set dropping. I really don't know anything about it, but I don't know if it's going to be a throwback to like Team Rocket, the 2000 set, or if it's maybe going to be a throwback to like Team Rocket Returns, since that had EXs, or if it's just going to be a completely unrelated set that just is themed around Team Rocket. But that seems to be the thing everyone's like looking forward to right now. Maybe in the same vein of like 151, but who knows? We'll see. We got a Raging Bolt. We got that past dinosaur Raikou card. That's cool. At the time I'm filming this, there's another set coming out relatively soon, within maybe like a month, called Surging Sparks, I want to say. It's mainly being advertised with a terrestrialized Pikachu. By the time you're watching this, that set is 100% out, and I probably will have a video either out or coming out soon, because one of my big things with getting this content rolling on Foafy again is 100% going to be catching up on the literal entire year of Pokemon that I've missed out on this channel. I have not made a single Pokemon video on this channel for a new set in the year 2024, which is a bit rough. What the hell is that? Fan Rotom. I have never seen this guy before. He looks silly. He's like a goopy man with a fan inside. That's weird. And we got Finian. Less weird. Beautiful art though. Kind of has that colored pencil look. I just love that. Beautiful. With an Alcremie on the back. We haven't taken a second to look at the pack arts yet. Let's take a look here. We got a Lapras with the Tera thing. This is what I'm talking about with the Tera thing. I'm not a huge fan of how it looks on the Pokemon themselves. It's kind of weird, a little bit too busy, and it's not my favorite, but I really do like that we're getting some rainbow stuff that's making it a little bit more special. It's very, very cool to have some rainbow rare-ish stuff back. I don't know why I don't really know why they got rid of it. We got a Leaf Energy going into a Glameow. Oh man, look at how their tail is like twirling up on that pole. That's cute. Then we have Charge-a-Bug. There's so few ways to like make a unique Charge-a-Bug art. They're just a block. We got Hoot Hoot. Beautiful colors in that sky. Pink and purple clouds are some of my favorite things in the world. Grubbin. Slow King. I saw this one earlier. This is a really cute art. He's making a stick and a rock fly. This is a very like picture book art. I think that's really cool. Okaberry. I do not know what an Okaberry is. Looks like is this like a papaya? Mango? I really don't know. It's a berry. If it wasn't a character in Annoying Orange, I don't know it. That one I know. That's an apple with a thing in it. Diplin. We got a Raboot, my bad. And Dreadnought, but now it's a holo. Nice. Ooh, this pack art's got that Cinderace we pulled earlier, that terrestrialized Cinderace. I'm not sure what the alt arts are in this set. This is a pure, like, first impressions of the set video. I have not opened any Stellar Crown. Whoa, sorry. I actually have opened, like, maybe 4 packs, but I didn't really get anything out of them, so I have not, like, done a bunch of research on this set. I opened, like, 1 blister pack from Target just for fun, but this is my first, like, actual experience opening the set. Ooh, look at this Electabuzz in the action pose. That's ominous. That's threatening. That cute little Eevee again. We got a Comfey. I love Comfey. They're so cute. Reshiram. That's another like legendary Pokemon sitting in the uncommons here. Some black and white representation. He's shooting fire out of his butt. Is he farting fire? I don't know. That's weird. Oh, I skipped a card. Swalot. It's a wide. Never mind. Togedemaru, one of those little like next-gen Pikachus. Ledyba, always love some Gen 2 Pokemon, especially Ledyba. Oh, Varoom, reverse, and what we got on the back. Yeah. It's a Cradily Hollow. This appears to be one of the mascot Pokemon of this particular set. I don't know what they are. There's some kind of turtle thing, but these guys are on the front of the Elite Trainer box. I do not know what they are. I don't know for sure, but I think there's a special illustration rare of that particular Pokemon that is like currently the most sought after card in the set. I can't tell you. We got a Fire Energy. Let's do it this way. We got a Fire Energy, a Drifloon, Ponyta in the forest. Again, beautiful work with the like sun peeking in through the trees. Cubone, for once a Cubone card that's not torturously sad. This one's just standing there. We got a Milcery. Ooh, that's some beautiful color work. The gradients there, I just love the color work on these cards. Much more intense looking Rapidash from that Ponyta. We got a Vikavolt charging up some lightning. Diancie, Carbonine reverse again. Then we're going into a Scorbunny. Scorbunny is a little guy. and a Kling Clang. Good lord, you really forget how many packs come in a booster box until you have to film a video. There's so many. 36 packs is a lot. I don't remember what Pokemon this is. Looks a little like Joltik. I don't think that's a Joltik. I don't know what Pokemon this is. Let's open the pack. Man, it's been a while since I filmed some Pokemon card content. It's been a while. Booster boxes are big. We got a Steel type energy. Ooh, Tauros, some classic Gen 1 representation. Crabrawler. Oh man, has he got a Pompadour? Is he sporting like a Pompadour? All right, Comfey again. That's a cute one. Oh, Chewtile to match all those Dreadnoughts we've been getting. Vikavolt again. Diancie again. Slowking again. We're hitting the real point of repeats. We got a Drifloon. Root Fossil. That's a new one. That looks like Ambipom's tail or something like that. Antique Root Fossil. Interesting. I've never seen that before. Ooh, this is a cool one. Caracosta. I'm not sure. I think this is a black and white era Pokemon. If you watch Pat, Deep Pocket Monster, he was doing a video where he tried to collect a card for every single Pokemon in Gen 5. And this Pokemon's entire line only had like one card per Pokemon. It was like the line of cards that nearly cost him the entire challenge. So the fact that this card and this Pokemon is getting some new representation is actually really cool. I wonder if they did that on purpose. I wonder if Pat's videos have a big influence on the community. I wonder if that had anything to do with this. But that's cool. That's cool. Give him a full art. I'll take it. I think 2025 is going to be kind of an interesting year for Pokemon because I think we'll be, 2 years deep into the Scarlet and Violet era, which means we'll probably be nearing the end of it. I mean, Sword and Shield only lasted from like 2019 to 2022, so I think we'll be already nearing potentially the end of the Scarlet and Violet era of cards within maybe the next year. Azumarill! I like this one. Pokemon generations don't last that long, really. And I know coming up, we've got Pokemon Legends ZA? Is that what it is? Pokemon Legends ZA, whatever it's called. Speaking of Z, we got a Zeraora or Zeraora. I've heard it both ways. And if it's anything like the Legends Arceus release that we had a couple of years ago, that game's definitely going to reflect in the cards. So what kind of happened around that time was the Sword and Shield era switched to kind of focusing more on Legends Arceus and the Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl remakes. That's where we got sets like Astral Radiance and Brilliant Stars. Those were a lot more focused on those particular games, even though they were still under the Sword and Shield umbrella. So I imagine what's happening next year is we're going to be getting some sets. Celebi again! We got another Celebi. Nice. We're going to be getting some sets that are a lot more focused on the new non-Scarlet and Violet games, like the ZA Legends game, where we're going back to the X and Y region for some reason, and then that will lead to a lot of X and Y stuff coming back to the TCG, which I think is, how appropriate. I kind of think that's why we've been getting these X and Y era style EX cards again. It's just a lot of stuff from that black and white X and Y-ish era kind of coming back into the game right around the time that Pokemon is going to be bringing back some XY region stuff. But when it comes to that Rocket set, my theory is that similar to 151, I think Pokemon once every year or two just kind of wants to give those Gen 1ers a bit of a bone. If the Rocket set is just a throwback to Team Rocket from 2000, then it would fit into that similar vibe where, you had 151, which was literally just a set of the original 151 Generation 1 Pokemon. That was it. Then you had Pokemon TCG Classic, which had a bunch of reprints, but particularly a base set. And then there could be a possibility that Rocket is another set that is meant to just kind of satisfy those old heads a bit so that the main sets can focus more on the new Pokemon, he said as he pulled a Cubone. Then we got, what are you? I know this is part of the Duraludon line, but I've never actually seen this Pokemon before. Okay. Arcaludon. Arcaludon? I've never heard that name before. Ooh, here we go. Ooh, man, this makes it so much better. Galvantula, that's the Pokemon. It is the evolution of Joltik. Okay, I was close. This is a Galvantula EX terrestrialized card. This is not a full art like the Cinderace. This is just the standard EX Tera card. Now, personally, I've never been a huge fan of these cards. I don't really like the current look of EX cards in general, and so adding all of this busyness to it has never been really my favorite thing. I like that they have texture, but I don't think they go far enough. But again, adding this rainbow sheen just makes it look so much nicer to me. It really pops. And it works because the art kind of shows that rainbowness reflecting in the Pokemon itself. itself, it gives the whole card this pop of color that I just love. I like this so much more because of it. That makes me excited to collect them again. I like that. Okay, nice. I think we're maybe like halfway through the box here. Let's see. All right, so with this pack, we are reaching the halfway point of the box. So we'll probably be doing one of those big mega packs at some point. Yeah, I think it's such a better choice to add that rainbow sheen to those Tera cards. I think that just makes it look so much better, differentiates it a bit from the regular EXs. Oh, there's Tortuga. There we go. This is probably one of the first Tortuga cards that we have had since Generation 5. Then we got a Spathra, Glameow again. So yeah, I think it's great to see some of those like mid-generation tweaks to how the cards look, because I've not really been a huge fan of the Scarlet and Violet era's changes to the Pokemon card designs and rarities and things like that. Here we got Koraidon downgraded to an uncommon after all the rares he's gotten. We got Riolu, Glass Trumpet again, with a Grimmsnarl on the back. All right, we are entering the second half of the box. Let's see. We've only managed to pull one Tera EX, one Full Art Tera EX, a couple of standard EXs, and one standard Full Art. Or did I say that already? We've not pulled anything crazy. Like, we certainly haven't gotten an illustration. Oh yeah, we did get one illustration rare. I'm stupid. We've gotten only one illustration rare. We certainly have not been able to get a special illustration rare. There's Duraludon. Nice. I wonder if that Pokemon Archludon, whatever it was, is a new Pokemon. Is that a new thing? I don't pay attention. There's Joltik, you little Joltik. Oh, Marowak. That is an ominous Marowak card. Then we got Frogadier. We don't see Frogadier super often. Koraidon again, showing up after I just throw some shade at him. Then we got Grubbin, Froakie, and Dreadnought. Yeah, back when the Scarlet and Violet era started, we were getting just absolutely showered with hits. I mean, the final Sword and Shield set, Crown Zenith, was just absolutely loaded with alternate arts and big fancy cards and stuff like that, and you got them so often. The pull rates were insane. And then that kind of did carry over a little bit into the first few Scarlet and Violet sets. I remember Scarlet and Violet base set, it felt like just about every box had an alternate art in it, which now they were called special illustration rares or something, but it felt like basically every box had at least one. Oh, here we go. Speaking of, we got a Melmetal on the back, but we got a Gulpin illustration rare. I really like this one. Really silly. He's eating an entire cake. Where does it go? You know, where's that gonna go? It's gonna go in his mouth. He's gonna close his mouth around it. What then? You know, what then? Does it absorb into his being? Does he grow like a Katamari? Does it just... Where does it go? His move is drool. Gross. Gross. Yeah, that's always the thing though, isn't it? Like, I personally think it's a good thing that special illustration rares and like fancier card art is easier to pull. I think that's good, but at the same time, I feel like there's a bit of a disbalance now with the amount of really good art we have versus the amount of like more standard art, because in Sword and Shield, you had rainbow rares and VMAXs and full arts and Vs, and then you had alternate arts and eventually character rares. And now you have illustration rares and special illustration rares, which kind of take up the majority of the hits, and then you have EXs, Tera EXs, which are only slightly different, and full arts. It feels like without the rainbow rares, we're kind of missing something in the balance, which is why things have felt so like over the top for me, I guess. But we got a Rhyhorn, Morgrem. We don't see Morgrem cards super often, I don't think. And Bouffalant again. But I'm always of the mind that, you know, these are cards for kids and families and stuff. Like, this is not something that should be that... Hold on. We shouldn't be, like, gatekeeping access to cards, you know? Like, if more people who can't afford to buy a whole box of cards or buy a ton of cards have a better chance at pulling the more expensive or more fancy cards, that's good. Oh, Pommy! We haven't seen Pommy yet. That's a really cute art. But just for my personal experience, it's just felt like things have not quite hit the same. Celebi again! I like Celebi. I think it really just comes down to I miss when those alternate arts hit because there was not anything else like it. We got a Diplin? I said Driplin. We got Diplin, Crabominable, and we got another rainbow thing on the back. Ooh, this would be the one I want. Lapras EX Tera with the rainbow. That's our third rainbow card. Ooh, that just makes me feel like rainbow rares are back, man. Oh, that makes me happy. To me, this is Scarlet and Violet moving in a direction that's more my style. Making the Teras kind of the new rainbow rares is a great move that to me makes this all feel more balanced. I like it. Yeah, I guess my feelings on the Scarlet and Violet era have been pretty complex so far. I think in some ways it's really good, a lot more accessible, there's a lot more happening, but at the same time, I just feel like just a lot of the aesthetic choices have not been for me, and that's really just kind of soured my enjoyment. But what do you guys think? I don't throw it over to you guys super often, but I genuinely am not sure how many other people feel the way I have felt about Pokemon over the last, like, couple of years, so I'm curious what you guys have thought about the Scarlet and Violet era and the changes to the cards over the last few years, and just I don't know. I'm curious what if I'm crazy here. We got another Gulpin. We've not seen this art yet. Like, he's so small. Where would that cake go? But now we're gonna do something crazy. 6 packs. Let's make one of those big mega packs where it's like all the rares and the reverses and that's it. So I stole this from Max Mofo. We take a pack, we rip, gut, show you the code. We put 1 to the front and then 3 to the side. And then we go through our extras. We got a Darkness Energy, we got a Bombardier, we got an Electabuzz, we got a Lechonk. That's a really detailed Lechonk art. We got a Raboot, we got Crabominable, Talonflame, and Salazzle. And then we do it again. Pack, rip, gut. Code. 1 to the front, 3 to the side. And then we got Fighting Energy, Clink, Drifloon, Hoot, Impidimp, Area 0 under Depths. What the heck is that? That's crazy. Beautiful crystal, like rainbow iridescent card. That's great. Luminion and Rapidash. Pack, rip, gut. Code. 1 to the front, 3 to side. And then we got Water Energy, Joltik, Turtonator, Toadskool. We got Milcery, Electivire, Veluza, and Swalot. Oh, they call him that because he swallows a lot. Gotcha. Pack, rip, gut. Code. 1 to the front, 3 to side. And then we got a Grass Energy, Wooloo, Finian. We got Applin. Then we got Phalanx. Then we got Oak. Oh, slow down. Slow down, boy. We got an Okaberry, Crabominable, and Glass Trumpet. Then we got a Lightning Energy, Marill, I love Marill, Rhyhorn, Ponyta, Grubbin. Then we got Payapa Berry? That's a real tricky one that makes you just want to say papaya. Mindshow, and Gravity Gemstones, some Steven Universe stuff. Pack, rip, gut. Code. 1 front, 3 side. And then we got, last one, got a Darkness Energy, Fletchling, Perugly, we've not seen this one before, he's a little cat. And we got Fido, the pre-evolution to Dashbun. We got Charcadet, I can never figure out how to say Dashbun, Kofu, and Mewtwo. Nice. And with that, we have 6 packs, reverses, and rares all in one stack in a big old mega Pokemon pack. So let's see if we get anything decent with our reverse Lil Peep. There we go. Okay, first try. Okay, this is the Pokemon that I didn't know the name of. Terapagos EX Tera. So it's a Terapagos and it's a Tera card, and it's the gold version. I don't like these as much because there's no rainbow, but the gold cards are a good tradition in Pokemon. I like that they're still here. Look at how gaudy and Gatsby that is. That's crazy. All right, then we got Iron Boulder again with the Milcery reverse, the Briar reverse. I don't know who that is. With, oh, there we go, another hit. Metacham EX, just a standard EX there. When then, ooh, we're moving into an Ace spec. Damn, this is a really stacked mega pack. Sparkling Crystal, a lot of crystals in this set. Lapras, just as a standard reverse this time. Kling Clang. Then we got Dubwool starting the next pack with a Joltik reverse and a Ledian Hollow. Ooh, I love Ledian. I'm gonna put that with the hits. I like that one. Fido, Kofu, Noctowl. Then the last pack was a Gossifleur, Ponyta, and an Orthworm EX full art. Wow, a lot of full arts in this box. Nice. Look at his stupid face. Ah, this is a dumbass idiot. That was actually a really solid mega pack. Those don't usually do that well. All right, so with that out of the way, we have 2, 4, 6, 7 packs left. We are at the tail end of our Stellar Crown booster box, and honestly, for me, this has gone really well. I feel like some people would look at this and call it kind of a weak box because there's not been any like special illustration rares yet or anything, but I am always opening Pokemon cards for the full arts, so I am having a great time, honestly. We got a Carvanine, Riolu, Lechonk. Look at that Lechonk art again. It's so detailed. That realistic lighting and shadowing is insane. Then we got Varoom into Revavroom. That doesn't usually happen. Lapras with a Mine Shell, Fletchling reverse, Palmy reverse, and a Kling Clang. I was playing Billy Hatcher earlier, and I've got the theme song stuck in my head. It's literally just like a 2-second, 4-second loop. It's like incessantly in my head right now. So that's the energy I'm taking into the next pack with the Lapras art. There really should be a Lapras alternate art. That would be a great card to have as a special illustration rare. I still flip back and forth between calling them special illustration rares and alt arts. Alt arts just rolls off the tongue more for me, and that's what they are. Like, I can't say SIR. It just feels weird. We got a Drifloon. We got a Clink. I haven't seen any of the special illustration rares yet, though, so I'm curious what they are. We got a Crispin, Drifblim, Rhyming, Tauros reverse into a Togedemaru reverse with an Orthworm EX again, but this time the standard version. See what I'm talking about? Doesn't this look so much better than this? This one has a lot more like action and detail, but this is so clean, dude, and colorful. I just so much prefer these. Basic energy. We got a Clang, Cyclizar. We haven't seen Cyclizar yet this box. Gulpin again. Grievard. Ooh, first Grievard of the box, I think. That's a nice one. Oh, I skipped a card. We got Lacey into another Celebi. I think that's the 4th Celebi we've had today. Electivire. Into our reverses already. Crabrawler, Charcadet, and Alcremie. I can now say that this is a Terapagos. I know things now. I'm learning. See, that's kind of the fun thing, is like, I don't really play the Pokemon games super often. I've never finished one, you know, sinful as that might be, but it's kind of fun to learn about the new generations of Pokemon just through the cards, because it's just such an interesting thing to be introduced to a new Pokemon for the first time by just seeing a card of it and getting like the name, its type, all of the stats kind of like right there. I think it's interesting. We got Glass Trumpet, Talonflame, Kofu. I don't know anything about Kofu. Lediba, come on, can we get that reverse Celebi? Not today. Reshiram and Melmetal. I just can't see the Melmetal line anymore without immediately thinking of that just torturous search through Pokemon Go to try to pull any of the Radiant Pokemon cards back in the day. I don't know why. Those Radiants were not hard to pull, but I just couldn't get one to save my life. I went through like hundreds of packs. Oh man, but there's so many Melmetals and Meltons in that set. I think that set gets a bad rap. I really like the Pokemon Go set. Hey, we got a Lediba again. We got a Melmetal again. Jeez. And a Raging Bolt. It's weird. So many of the Pokemon sets that people really hate or think are lame are some of my favorites. I like the Pokemon Go set a lot. I love battle styles. My favorite vintage set is Base Set 2, which is notoriously one of the more hated sets, even though it has one of these guys in it. It's a great set. I don't know why people still run with this idea that it's hated. It's a really good set. Palmy, Fletchling, Meryl. We haven't put a whole lot of focus on this Meryl card, but I love Meryl. Meryl, to me, is the perfect example of the design philosophy behind the aesthetics of Gen 2 Pokemon. Circles and zigzags. All of them. That's just the whole thing. And I love it. It's so unique. It sets that generation apart so well compared to all the other ones that came after or before. Veluza. We got a Diancie reverse. Caracosta. I gotta get used to saying that name again. And a Garganical EX. Speaking of Pokemon, it took me a while to figure out how to pronounce Garganical. Oh, dip. We're down to our last pack. This is our final pack. Last chance to get an alternate art or anything like that. Maybe another full art. We've been spoiled for full arts today, honestly. Here's your code. For those of you who don't know, those codes unlock packs in like the online app version of the Pokemon trading card game. I don't play them, so I give them away in videos. So if you scan that, you'll get a pack online. It won't be this pack, but it'll be a pack, and you can use that to play the online game. So, you know, first come, first serve for that, because once it's gone, it's gone. We got a Dubwool. Oh, Pangoro. I don't know if we've seen Pangoro in this box. We got Crispin again, Crispin Glover. Nimble. Ooh, we've definitely not seen this one. There's a little grasshopper in the grass. We got Area Zero Under Depths, Ending on this guy who, I'm just not even gonna say the name, I can't, Arcaludon? Alright, and that is the end of our Stellar Crown booster box. And in this first ever booster box opening for me of this set, we got a nice uncommon Celebi, my favorite Pokemon, so cool to add that to a collection. We got the Deluxe Bomb Ace Spec, along with the Sparkling Crystal Ace Spec. Then for our standard EXs, we got Dashbund, I'm just sticking with that pronunciation, Greninja, that's a cool classic, Metacham, Orthworm, and Garganacl. Then getting into our new rainbow-styled Tera EXs, we got Galvantula, look at that, and Lapras. I assume there's a full art of this one, and I'd really like to pull that. Then before we get into our full arts, we got a couple of illustration rares with Milcery, this beautiful, like, pink pastry style one. And keeping on the food theme, gulping it down, sorry. Then getting into our full arts, we got this gold Terapagos EX, this nice standard Dashbun EX, the Orthworm EX. We had a lot of the same Pokemon spread across the different rarities this video, and probably my favorite of the video, the Cinderace EX Terra Full Art. Now I'm just gonna call it Rainbow Rare. Oh, that's so satisfying. Look at the rainbow sheen that even goes across the outline of the Pokemon. It's so much nicer. Ooh, it makes me happy. Oh, and I didn't notice, the Terapagos EX, while it's not a rainbow border, it has the rainbow outline across the Pokemon. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. No special illustration rares or alt arts, only 2 illustration rares, so in terms of like rarity pulls, mediocre. But in terms of what I'm looking for, I would call this a great box. So yeah, that's it. Leave.